We must unite against the US. North Korea calls on sworn enemy to join war against Trump. North Korea has shocked the world by offering an olive branch to their bitter enemies in the South. South Korea and Kim Jong-un's hermit nation are still technically at war, and there's no love lost between the rivals since the bloody 1950s war. Kim's propaganda machine blasts South Korea on a regular basis for its ties with the US. But they finally appear to have set aside the venom-spitting hostility and to offer the possibility of a united Korea against the US. Sworn enemies Kim and US President Donald Trump have traded vile threats of war over the past few months, and the world is on the edge of war. In Kim's mouthpiece newspaper Rodong Sinmun today, the editorial slammed the South as puppet war maniacs. But it added, the situation requires all Koreans in the North, the South and abroad to further their nationwide struggle to foil the US and its lackeys' moves for provoking a war against the DPRK under the banner of the anti-US, anti-war struggle for protecting peace. Peace should be achieved through resolute struggle against the war moves of the bellicose forces at home and abroad, it continued. One is responsible for his or her own destiny, and all Koreans in the North, the South and abroad are responsible for the struggle for peace. Rodong Sinmun then went on to set out its explanation as to why all Koreans should unite against the US. It continued, all Koreans at the home and abroad should stage more brisk nationwide struggle against the US reckless moves for provoking a war against the DPRK. The South Korean people, irrespective of their ideology or political view, should turn out in the anti-US, anti-war struggle for protecting peace in order to protect their own lives and security. The danger of war can never be defused as long as the US imperialist forces are present in South Korea. This comes as today new pics were revealed of horrific North Korean gulags published in a damning report. 6 details emerged of just what goes on inside. While it was also revealed today North Korea is developing devil's venom to wipe out the US.
Likely forego a visit to the demilitarized zone separating the two Koreas when he visits Asia, bypassing what's been a symbolic opportunity for US commanders-in-chief to stare into the hermit kingdom.
North Korean provocations continue to threaten regional and world peace, and despite the unanimous condemnation by the United Nations Security Council, they still proceed. As the U.S. Secretary of State Tillerson has made clear, our goal is not war, but rather the complete, verifiable, and irreversible denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula.
Providing security on our side is South Korean and U.S. soldiers to personify the strong alliance between our two countries.
지금 현재 남입니다.
The United Nations command is always postured 24 hours a day. That room goes right there. So you are being observed, obviously, to the right and to the left by North Korean towers, as well as North Korean soldiers that are right up to the North Korean demarcation line. Finally, it's a little bit unusual in terms of the timing, but those are our tourists on the North Korean side looking down on us.
This area that we're standing here now, the Panmunjom area, was not only a site of intense and bloody battle for the ROK and U.S. Marine Corps, but also on the day 1953, 27th of July, it was a historical event where the armistice agreement was signed.
군사적인 공정수감을 계속 이어왔지만 그런 현장이지만 현재는 모든 대화가 단절된 상태에 있습니다.
This place's historical significance is even more profound when you consider the fact that here was a place where the North-South dialogue was held to maintain peace between the two Koreas, as well as the armistice talks that was ongoing. However, at this point, there is no dialogue that continues between the two Koreas.
오늘 한국 국방장관과 미국 국방장관이 여기에 와 있는 이유는 한 치의 오차가 없는 한미의 피곤한 중국 대상을 확인시키기 위해서
Myself and Secretary Mattis stand here today together to show that the ROK-US alliance is indeed close and well cooperated, as well as completely aligned in our stance.
북한이 개발하고 있는 핵과 미사일은 사용할 수 없는 기능. 만약 사용을 하게 된다면 한미연합 강한 한미연합 전력으로 그 의도를 응징할 것을 확실히 확인하는 바입니다.
And hereby we also affirm that although North Korea continues to develop nuclear weapon and missiles, but these are weapons that should never be used. Should they ever use it, they will be faced with the strong might of the ROK-US combined forces, and they will be met with a proportional and firm response.
따라서 북한은 무모한 도발을 중단하고 평화를 위한 남북 대화에 하루빨리 나서기를 강하게 요구하는 바입니다.
And we also strongly implore that North Korea stop its reckless provocations and come out towards a path of peace and dialogue.
한미 국방장관은 굳은 의지와 강한 군사력으로 평화를 지켜오겠습니다.
And the Minister of National Defense of the Republic of Korea and United States Secretary of Defense, we together will continue to defend peace through strong will and strong might.
Thank you, Minister Song, and I'm here today to reaffirm the United States ironclad commitment to South Korean people. This visit today to this demilitarized zone portrays in very strong terms the difference we see between two nations. To the south lies a vibrant country, a vibrant economy, a free country, underpinned by peace-loving members of a free society. Behind me, to the north, an oppressive regime that shackled its people, denying their freedom, their welfare, their human dignity, in pursuit of nuclear weapons and means of delivery in order to threaten others with catastrophe. North Korea's provocations continue to threaten regional and world peace. Despite the unanimous condemnation by the United Nations Security Council, they still proceed. As the U.S. Secretary of State Tillerson has made clear, our goal is not war, but rather the complete, verifiable, and irreversible denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. Minister Song, 2 days ago, at the ASEAN meeting in the Republic of the Philippines, we made clear our mutual commitment to a diplomatic solution to address North Korea's reckless outlaw behavior. And together we noted that we are serious about solving this problem.
그리고 우리는 모두 함께 이 문제를 해결하는 부분에 있어서 진지한 모습을 갖추고 있다는 것을 다시 한번 말씀드립니다.
We stand shoulder to shoulder, you with your soldiers and with your people, in confronting the threats posed by the Kim Jong-un regime. I look forward to our discussion tomorrow at the Security Consultative Meeting, where we will discuss ways to further strengthen the ROK-US alliance. This is an alliance of more than 60 years, one that we both know is built on trust. It is an alliance designed to ensure peace and stability on the Korean Peninsula and the strongest military defense of our shared democratic values.